Okay, so we're getting ready to talk about physics, and to do that, we're going to have to review the metric system, and then we're going to talk about conversions within the metric system. Okay, so we're going to review some things you probably already know. So in the metric system, it's used throughout the world, and it's much easier to use in our English system. And the reason why is it's because it's a system based on tens. And because it's a system based on tens, you can convert easily between all the different units. And all you have to do is you have to remember these prefixes. Once you do that, you can pretty much convert between anything. Here is the saying you can memorize to learn the metric prefixes. Of course, there's other ones, but this is the one that I was taught when I first started teaching. So here it is. It's King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. So once you remember that saying, all you have to do is remember King, and that starts with a K, Henry, that starts with an H, died, that starts with a D, by, that starts with a B, drinking, starts with a D, chocolate, milk. So if you remember that, all you have to do is write out the letter of the first word, okay, in order. So that's going to put you in order from the bigger unit to the smaller unit, okay, and then your K stands for kilo. I'm going to just kind of describe these in unit of length, because length is something that we're pretty familiar with. A kilometer is a unit that we would use to describe something that we would drive. A hectometer is it's 100 meters. So we're talking about the length of a football field. A decameter is about 10 meters. So we're talking about the length of a truck. When we talk about a kilo and a hecta, we just put K and D. Now, when we talk about a decameter or deca anything, you're going to put a D and a K together. And you want to do that to differentiate that between the deca and the deci. Now, a base unit is anything that doesn't have a prefix in front of it. So if you see a letter all by itself, that's a base unit. So you're talking about a meter, a liter, a gram, and those are the normal ones that we talk about, but it could be anything else. We're getting ready to just talk about, or the Olympics are getting ready to start pretty soon, and in the Olympics, you might hear them talk about a millisecond. Some of the races, especially like the downhill skiing and stuff like that, they might separate between milliseconds. A deci is going to be about depending on your hand size, about the length of your hand. Maybe a little shorter than that. Centimeter is about the width of your fingernail, and a millimeter is about the width of your hair. Okay. So it's pretty easy to convert between these units. And the way you're going to do it, say we have 1,000 millimeters, and we want to convert and see how many meters that is. Okay? So the first thing you want to do is you want to find millimeters on this chart. In millimeters, milli is right here. And the meters is right here. I know meters is right here because it's a base unit. It's all by itself. Okay? And so what you want to do is you want to see how many spaces away it is. So it is 1, 2, 3 spaces away. And you want to see in what direction you are going to be moving. So you are moving 1, 2, 3 spaces away to the left. And so you want to find out where your original decimal place is. And so remember, when you're dealing with a whole number, your original decimal place is at the end. And so you would move 1, 2, 3 places to the left. So the answer would be 1 meter. Okay, so let's try another one. Let's say that we have 10 meters. And this time we want to change that. See how many centimeters we have. So again, meters is a base unit. So we're going to start at our base and we want to go to the centi. So that is 2 spots away. To the right this time. All right, we know that our decimal is at the end because it's a whole number. So we would move 2 spaces to the right. And this time, do you remember what to do whenever you have blank spots? You would add zeros. So the answer would be 1,000. Okay. Okay, here's some more practice. I'm going to give you a few minutes to do this practice. Okay, this is exactly how I would do it. I would write my King Henry right here. King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. This is a deca. That's a deci. So we're going from milli to grams. Milli is here. Grams is by itself, so it's a base unit. 1, 2, 3 to the left. So that answers 2. Kilometers to meters. Meters is a base. 1, 2, 3 to the right. 104,000. Centimeters to meters. Centi is here. Meters is by itself, so it's a base unit. 2 to the left. 4.8. 5.6 hexagrams. The grams is by itself, so it's a base. 2 to the right. So 560. 8 millimeters to centimeters. So 0.8. 5 liters to milliliters. So 5,000. 198 grams. Grams is a base unit. Kilograms. So 3 to the left. So 0.198. Okay. We're on one more thing. And this is exactly the same concept, but just putting it into one twist. So I'm going to write King Henry one more time. So King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. This one's deca. So the question is, which one's bigger? And so you're going to put a greater than, less than, and equal sign in here. So remember, like when you were a little kid, when you learn this, the alligator is going to eat the bigger number. Okay, so that's how you write the sign, if you forgot. Okay, so basically the way I do this is I convert one of them to the other one. And I always convert the little one to the big one. I just feel like that's easier. So I'm going to convert centimeters to meters here. So centis here, meters here. I'm going to do 2 to the left here. So 0.63 meters. So this one's bigger. Okay. Decimeters and centimeters. So again, I think it's easier to do the little one to the big one. So they're 1 spot apart, 1 to the left. So those guys are equal. One more, and then you guys could do the rest on your own. Okay, 5 grams to milligrams. Grams is here, milligrams is here. So 3 to the right. So 5,000 is bigger. There we go. Okay, so do those 3 by yourself. So I'm going to continue with the way I've been doing it. So, milligram to gram, 3 to the left, so 0.43, so this one's bigger. Milligram to liter, so 3 to the left. These are equal. And centimeter to meter. So this one's bigger. Okay? Okie dokie. So make sure you follow the new way we're doing notes now, and make sure you write down one question. One thing that you did not understand, or one thing that you would like to know more about.